Well, everybody, it looks like Halloween is almost upon us. So it's time for a vampire death battle. We're going to have two classics today. One from Hellsing, a classic series about, well, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm pretty sure they will, though, in the show. And then you got a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And he makes an appearance in 1, 3, and I think Stone Ocean. Not sure. Speaking of which, Netflix is coming back with a great JoJo show. They're going to bring out Part 6, Stone Ocean, for JoJo fans. And I am stoked, my friends. Stoked beyond belief. And I think this might be a stomp here. This might be a stomp. I don't think there's any way to kill Alucard. You can kill Dio, but you can't kill Alucard. I'm pretty sure you can't. I mean, you can stop him for a little while. If you've seen Hellsing or Hellsing Ultimate, or if you read the manga, you would probably know what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to spoil it, even though they might today. Death Battle. So you've been warned. There are spoilers in Death Battle. But I would tune in. I would make sure I would tune in on Netflix to check out that Stone Ocean action. Because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a hell of a manga. It's a hell of an anime. I'm reading Steel Ball Run right now, and it's blowing my mind. It's so good. And the art panels. Oh my god, the colored panels in the manga are so beautiful. Everything is so great with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's watch this, what I might think is probably a stomp. Although I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see if I can just hit the space bar. Let's go.
Dio Brando, everlasting adversary of the Joestar bloodline. Alucard, undying enforcer of the Hellsing organization. Vampires, the spawn of nightmares formed from the blackest pits of man's demented imagination. Anime, basically the same thing.
Yeah, basically.
What do you get when you combine them? Two of the meanest monsters out there. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay, Dio has the stand, which can do like, I think, 9 seconds or 10 seconds of time stop.
Unholy dickishness literally destroyed the universe. You might think they'd have to be no less than the devil himself, but it was him, Dio.
It was I,
Penniless street rat with a
Dio.
cunning mind in the slums of Victorian London, Dio was humiliated by his poverty and abused by his alcoholic father. His bitter resentment and small dick energy would lead to a lifelong desire for ultimate power and immortality, to reach a place over heaven. And he'd get his chance to act when he was adopted into the wealthy Joestar family. Dio planned to kill his new father, George Joestar, and take his fortune for himself. Only one thing stood in his way: his new brother, Jonathan Joestar, aka JoJo.
The big JoJo.
Go all alpha wolf on JoJo by engaging in such classic sibling pranks as beating him up, molesting his girlfriend, and setting his dog on fire.
That was
Jesus,
just horrible.
That creepy dog murderer, what for, JoJo?
Yeah, seriously.
But after years of emotional manipulation,
We don't care about everything else but the dog.
plot was
Yeah,
foiled by his
that can't be
stepbrother. With help
that
from
cannot be
Commander
let go of.
Speedwagon, all seemed lost until Dio pulled out his plan B, an ancient stone mask that turned him into a vampire. That's just bizarre. Okay, so he's not technically a vampire like, say, Dracula. Instead of turning you into an unholy demon, the stone mask eliminates your body's natural limitations, making him way stronger, faster, and tougher than any human. He can hear a heartbeat through the ground, fly through the air, and
Oh, yeah.
hypnotize you with just a glance.
I remember that.
It gets weirder. Dio can create mind-controlling flesh buds from his hair follicles, vaporize the moisture in his body to freeze anything he touches,
Yeah.
and fire beams of pressurized fluids that can split the sky.
Oh, I forgot he was in the second part too. 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
sometimes
God,
it's
he's...
too easy, Wiz. Even more insane is Dio's healing factor. He's been burnt alive.
Is he in 2? No, he's not in 2. He's just in 1. Okay, my bad.
Decapitated, lost limbs,
Don't listen to me.
bullet,
Full of misinformation,
and a huge
apparently.
hole punched in his chest, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Another similar vampire, Straits, survived being blown to pieces and just pulled himself back together.
All
Yeah.
Dio needs is some blood to speed up the process.
Yeah, he doesn't suck blood like a normal vampire. He gets it through his fingers.
Just for decoration because he sucks blood through his fingers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dio used his powers to raise a zombie army to conquer the world and feed a baby to its own mother.
Yeah, that was
Just for kicks.
that was fucking awesome. No, I'm just kidding. It was really
I'm
weird.
starting to think Dio takes the cake. Luckily, his plans were foiled again by his old frenemy JoJo, who beat Dio's ass with a martial art that uses the power of the sun. Hamon.
Yeah, Hamon.
Because should Dio's vampire body be subjected to
I miss
sunlight,
Hamon.
he will instantly disintegrate.
So, what did Dio do? Well, he cut off his own head, killed Jonathan on his wedding night, and attached his head to JoJo's body.
Yep.
Wow, cake taken for sure.
How that
After
works.
a brief century in a coffin
I don't
out in
know.
the ocean, Dio
It's
resurfaced
JoJo.
in Egypt and tried once again to take over the world. His ultimate goal was to create a world where everyone knew their own fate and could make peace with the inevitable tragedies life had in store. In
Okay.
Dio's mind, heaven.
Dio over
Make it
heaven.
happen, no matter how many breads he'd have to eat.
After being struck by a mystical arrow, sure, why not, Dio gained a stand, the embodiment of a user's life force. Since they're made of psychic energy, stands can only be seen by stand users, and can only be hurt by other stands. Quite the obstacle for any opponent lacking similar abilities.
Ow.
Oh boy.
Hey, look, Wiz, I got a stand. I call it 99 bottles. Oh, shit.
My God.
Don't worry, Wiz. I'll change you back with your Ooh, look, a giant beer.
He done forgot. Well, it looks like Boomstick won since he's got a stand now.
Befits a
Are we gonna add that to the
god. Dio
friggin'
received
list?
One of the most powerful stands in history, the world, with its ability to stop time.
Time, huh? Thanks for the... Ow! Well, not only does his time stop get longer with each use, he can spam it as much as he likes. He's a massive troll.
The world is absurdly strong and fast, able to match the stand Star Platinum, which belongs to Jonathan's great-great-grandson, Jotaro Kujo. He technically inherited it from Dio through Jonathan's body and bloodline, making Star Platinum and the world the same stand.
And both are 2 of the strongest stands out there, just as strong as Stone Free, which can punch meteors that were pulled to Earth in seconds.
Okay, thanks for spoiling that. No, I'm just kidding.
Are from Earth. We can
It's not
estimate
that
they were
big of a
moving at over
spoiler, I
11
don't guess.
million meters per second. Factoring in their mass, they'd each have a kinetic energy of 441 kilotons of TNT.
Not that crazy when you can throw punches that are faster than light. No, really, Star Platinum kept up with this stand.
And he's
Silver
very
Chariot,
accurate, very
which
precise.
Cut a beam of light.
Looking at the interval Silver Chariot's sword swung relative to the light beam, it must have moved over 1,500 times the speed of light. And Dio himself has matched Star Platinum on his own, and
Yeah.
taken its punches head on.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared
With his
to
head.
Dio's secret weapon, the greatest weapon in anime history.
The Road Roller.
The Steamroller. Turns out Dio
Roller Roller.
can make
Love it.
pancakes and donuts.
Even
I love
so,
it,
despite
man.
having a massive
JoJo's the
god
shit.
complex, Dio's still
It's such a great
powerful
show.
tactician, capable of exploiting an opponent's weaknesses.
Too bad he wasn't prepared for Jotaro to learn how to stop time too and murder the shit out of him. That's some hardcore karma right there. But it only makes sense.
Mm. He pissed him
that
off.
Murderer would die like a bitch.
But much like the machinations of great and terrible men, Dio's will was immortal. In time, his greatest follower succeeded in extinguishing the Joestar bloodline and literally remaking the universe in Dio's image, creating that heaven he always dreamed of.
I guess when you're named after a rock star, a movie star, and oh, that's right, God, you're pretty much bound.
Okay, hopefully-
for greatness.
Hopefully they left it at that. Okay, good.
But it was I, Dio.
Oh, you approach me.
How blessed are some people whose lives have no fears, no dreads. For though the world seems full of good men, there are monsters in it.
But don't worry, jolly old England has it covered with the Helsing organization.
Founded by famous vampire hunter Abraham Van Helsing and led by his descendant Integra, this secret government institution has saved the world time and again with their secret weapon.
And what better weapon
This is all
to
from
hunt
Ultimate, by the way.
vampires than with
It's
one
freaking
of his
amazing.
very own, the
There was an older
no-knife
anime
hand,
back in the
Lord of
day.
Armies, Alucard.
To most, his origin was
If you guys
shrouded
haven't
in mystery.
put it
Under
together,
Hellsing's employ, he was more
Alucard is
than
backwards for
even
Dracula.
more vicious by
That
his
means he
intense
is
hatred of
Vlad
his fellow
Tepes
vampire
Dracula.
kind.
He is the
Hatred that
Dracula.
He expresses with two of the gnarliest handguns you'll ever pray to your infinite god to never see in person.
Alucard's primary sidearm is the Castle, a behemoth of a handgun able to kill most undead in one shot with holy bullets that can nullify a vampire's healing factor.
The Jackal is the handgun she told you not to worry about. 16 inches long and weighing 35 pounds. Its armor-piercing, hollow-point bullets, jacketed in blessed Macedonian silver, were built to annihilate the toughest monsters.
And after decades of clandestine experimentation, Hellsing enhanced Alucard's vampiric abilities far beyond the norm.
Alucard can walk through walls, cast illusions, levitate, and move objects
Hellsing
with
did
his
that?
mind.
I just thought he
Objects
could do it.
like, say, an ocean of over 3 million people's blood? That'd be an energy worth half a ton of TNT.
His psychic prowess allows him to read minds, communicate telepathically, hypnotize with a glance, and see through hallucinations with his third eye.
He's not a Triclops. It's more of a sixth sense that lets him hit bullseyes from a kilometer
And how do
away
you
and
kill this thing?
predict your movements.
How do you kill it?
Like the Sharon gun.
Of course, he wouldn't be a real vampire if he couldn't drink blood. The catch is, when he drinks enough blood to kill you, he literally absorbs your soul. And that right there is the
Release
source of his
restrictions
most
level
fearsome ability.
0.
You
And
just
that happens.
kill
We're
the sumbitch. Shoot
Theo.
him into Swiss
Oof.
cheese, blow his ass to smithereens, turn him into a literal blood puddle.
Yeah.
He'll just regenerate his body. Lick
How-
and split.
how do you
Like,
stop
we've
it?
Seen some overpowered healing factors on this show before,
mean, maybe
but
Dio can
Alucard
absorb
is
all of the
just
blood.
Bullshit.
While he does possess blood and organs like a regular human, Alucard's body is in reality composed of an ethereal, shadow-like substance that
Okay,
he can
never
morph
mind.
any way he wants. This allows him to shapeshift and instantly heal any wound. And each soul Alucard has consumed acts as an extra life that he can spend whenever he's fatally injured. Kind of like a video game.
And after 500
I didn't know
years
that.
of unlife,
I need to read the
Alucard
manga.
has consumed literally millions of souls. What up?
Oh no.
Yay, more beer.
Useless.
Just like me.
What up?
Useless.
Hellsing needed a beast as fearsome as Alucard
Or
to
wait,
take on
is
the
Aura
legend.
useless or is it Mudo
Yeah,
useless?
Nazi
I can't
vampires.
remember.
That's like
Comments
eating
below.
weird.
Like when
Correct
Millennium
me. I know you love to do
British
it.
Winkle commandeered a British aircraft carrier as part of an invasion of London.
Alucard didn't like that very much, so he jackknifed it with an SR-71 Blackbird at Mach 3.
A fully loaded Blackbird weighs 170,000 pounds. It's struck with a kinetic energy of 11 tons of TNT.
Jesus.
That's as powerful as the U.S. Massive Ordnance Air Blast.
AKA the mother of all bombs. And Al was in the middle of that and strolled out like it was
The
nothing.
Moab.
Just as impressive as intercepting
Ow.
Rip's magic bullets. Comparing the distance one bullet moved to the jet in the same time frame as the jet's own movement, each bullet would have to be moving at 1,500 times the speed of sound.
And Alucard caught one with his friggin' teeth. And after giving Rip's name a new meaning, he drove that aircraft carrier back to shore with his mind to fight two separate armies at the same time. What a goddamn monster!
It goes without saying that Alucard's immense power and bloodlust needed to be controlled, so 6 restriction levels were placed
Those
on
Catholic
him to
Knights.
release against dangerous
With
opponents.
Vatican
Levels
Knights.
6 through 2 are for wrecking your ordinary ghouls. Level 1 is for your heavy-duty vampires, and for getting this gnarly demon doggo made from his shadow essence, Baskerville.
But there exists an even greater state of power Alucard can release when he wants to end the world.
Oh my God.
Level 0.
Once activated, Level 0 releases every single soul Alucard has consumed as a sea of blood-soaked zombies. All 3 million of them.
Sure, with his souls gone, he can't heal as easily, and if his heart is destroyed, he'll die permanently. But the sheer numbers and power of this army from hell makes him virtually impossible to approach in the first place.
He's unstoppable. This guy's got to be like the king of all vampires.
Indeed, he is.
Dracula.
Hellsing purposely kept Alucard's true identity a secret, all in the codename. Alucard backwards is
Dracula? Yeah, duh,
Yeah.
Wiz.
This is the
Idiot.
coolest.
over 500 years
Coolest
ago,
look for
the
Dracula
Wallachian
ever.
Volvoed Vlad
In
Dracula
any
battled the Ottoman
movie,
Turks for control
anything.
over
It's just
Eastern Europe
the coolest
and
fucking
ended
look
up
for him
thousands of people in the
ever.
process. Hence his historical name, Vlad the Impaler.
But
It's
things
so
didn't end
cool.
up too good for him. Right before his execution, he took a big old sip of some blood from the battlefield, sacrificing his humanity in order to become an immortal creature of the night.
And that is when the legend was born. But it wasn't anything Dracula was proud of. He grew to despise his monstrous nature and saw it as cowardice. The main reason he hated other vampires so much was that he really hated himself.
Oh, that's deep, Wiz. Maybe that's why he always lets his enemies rip into him like a piñata of self-loathing. His crazy OP healing factor will fix everything anyways.
Millennium would exploit this arrogance by tricking Alucard into absorbing the soul and abilities of Schrödinger, a German cat boy who controls his own quantum state. This grants him pseudo-omnipresence and immortality. He can exist everywhere and nowhere, and cannot die so long as he can recognize his own existence.
But because Al had 3 million souls kicking around inside him, Schrödi couldn't recognize himself anymore,
Yep.
forcing him, and thus Alucard, to fade out of existence.
So Alucard spent 30 years killing the other 3 million souls inside of him until he could return to reality and his master. He undid his own unexistence.
No matter how spoopy
Can't
the threat,
stop him.
Alucard will show no mercy.
Cannot
He's
stop
just
him.
waiting for the day he meets a noble human warrior strong enough to end his unlife for
And that
good.
could have been,
Should he face a fellow monster, a fool who rejected their humanity like himself, he'll let loose the
what's his
dogs of
name?
war, and
The priest
all
guy. I forgot
hell
his name.
will
Damn it.
I'm a dog. Then you're dog food.
Classic line. Like, reform your legs, get up, run, fight me,
All right,
do something.
Matt,
Couldn't do anything, so he's dog food. He's like, you're a...
It's time for a death battle!
This is gonna be dope. Whoa, is this 3D? No, okay. Like I said, I really don't think Dio's gonna win this.
You interrupted my dinner.
Funny, I was just thinking about having mine.
Then by all means, take a bite.
I kind of wish, no, never mind. See how it plays out. Oh boy. Dracula man.
Checkmate! How oh so
Ooh.
very weak, dog. You thought you'd triumph, but it was I. Dio?
Oh my god.
If I'm a dog, you're dog food.
Okay, so Muda is useless. My bad.
I'm gonna enjoy hearing you scream.
This is so dope. There's a stand using the world. Oh my god. You gotta fight a friggin' army, Dio. Which shouldn't be too hard for him. I mean, they're just zombies. Okay.
What the hell are you?
A real fucking vampire.
Yeah. The king, the prince of fucking vampire, the darkness. Bram Stoker. Oh my god. What? I didn't know we could levitate shit. God, he's holding together really good.
What, you disgusting monster? Choke on your own.
Why did he bite the gun?
I want to rule the world!
Freezes time.
Eating my wings to make me tame.
Oh my god, here we go! Ooh!
Useless, useless, useless.
Oh shit. Wow. What? Excuse me?
KO! Alucard pulled out all the stops, but like the bloody drink, it was in vain. Finger guns!
He may have been the king of the vampires in Helsing, but Dio had everything he needed to clip the bird of Hermes' wings.
I'm kind of confused here.
Alucard's strategy in most fights is to heal from an opponent's attacks until they get tired, then take advantage of an opening. But he couldn't do that here because Dio didn't really have any openings, and Alucard wasn't nearly as strong or as fast to compensate.
Alucard could survive crashing that jet and move 1,500 times faster than sound. But scaling from Stone Free and Silver Chariot, the world could punch relativistic meteors and move 1,500 times faster than light. That would make Dio nearly 40,000 times stronger and 800,000 times faster than Alucard.
Okay.
Well, Alucard couldn't even see or hurt the world in the first place because he's not a stand user. And since stone mask vampires from JoJo aren't weak to holy weapons like Helsing vampires are, Al's
Oh, yeah, that's right,
more or
yeah.
less dead weight.
Plus, Alucard just had no way to get past the time stop. Even if he did somehow, Dio could just freeze him on contact.
And considering Dio has taken punches from Star Platinum, Al would have had trouble doing damage even if he got the chance.
Dio's far greater speed and power meant that, given enough time, he could realistically kill Alucard 3 million times in quick succession. Without any viable options for attack or openings to exploit, Alucard's soul-based regeneration meant he would run out of lives eventually, and level 0 only sped up that process.
Sure, that army's nothing to scoff at, but consider the time Dio's eye beams split those huge-ass clouds.
Estimating the size of the clouds and the speed at which they moved, Dio's beams...
Oh, yeah, that was when that
energy of
happened.
over
Okay.
10 megatons of TNT.
It's been a while since I've seen the second
Alucard's
part.
army in one go.
I forgot all about that.
Vulnerable. Just like when this other vampire, Walter, could have killed him by piercing his heart. Alucard's even admitted
Yeah, but
it
Walter was
himself.
human.
Well, Alucard's army is filled with blood.
He wants a
You know,
human
that
to
thing
defeat
that
him.
Dio uses to heal? But Wiz, what about Schrodinger? With his powers, Al can't die unless he chooses to.
While Schrodinger's quantum immortality makes him impossible to kill normally, it is literally part of the story that Alucard cannot have Schrodinger's abilities and his greater array of powers at the same time, or else he'll no longer exist. We can't give
Which
him
didn't
both
stop him.
Schrodinger and his standard powers without breaking the lore and rules of the character.
Even if we did, it
Understandable.
doesn't really matter. It doesn't help him kill Dio at all, so at best it'd be a stalemate. Until Dio hypnotizes Alucard, asks him about his powers, and forces him to eject Schrody like the rest of his souls.
Shocking though it may be, Dio's overwhelming offense, impenetrable defense, and uniquely devastating abilities wore Alucard down until the No-Life King had no lives.
I didn't know he had so many lives. I just thought he was immortal and that was it. That's what I get for not reading the manga.
That's right, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And hey, wait a minute, that was a part. That's my territory. We talked about this.
The winner is Dio.
Oh, the memes.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
So yeah, let's see what's next. I
For something else
I
to
was
watch right
pretty
now,
damn sure that
click
Dio
the
was going to
box
lose
on
that.
screen, check out Red versus Blue
I was
Fantasy
wrong.
Shatters, where the Red versus Blue is
100% wrong. There's no way we can debate that.
It's really fun. A lot of people who worked on Death Battle also worked on this show, so give it a watch. Thanks.
Okay, Kuma. Shao Kahn, really? Well, Bison couldn't beat Shao Kahn, but Akuma can. I would say. Then again, I don't know. Mortal Kombat characters are super friggin' OP. Every time they have a Mortal Kombat character in there, and if it's against a Street Fighter character, that character gets destroyed. Like, I think Chun-Li... Didn't Chun-Li fight, No. It was Sonya versus Cammy. And she just exploded her with her thighs. Which, out of context, sounds really, really wrong. And not PG. But, I'm surprised that Dio won that. I really am. I mean, Dio fought friggin' Jonathan Joestar, and Jonathan Joestar only had Hamon. He didn't have a stand or anything, and he did really good against him. Whooped his ass a couple of times. It was crazy. So, you know, just to see Dio win that, it was kind of jarring. I mean, I know Dio's strong and stuff, but I didn't think you could kill Alucard, and I figured that would be the way Dio would lose, is that he would just, you know, just go nuts and die or something. I don't know. But anyways, I hope you guys like this death battle reaction. I enjoyed watching this one. I'm kind of still waiting on Alucard versus Dracula from Castlevania. I'd still like to see that. So maybe they'll bring him back one day for that. And I know that's not on the top of anyone's list, but for me it is. It's a big deal. So anyways, next time Akuma versus Shao Kahn. We can have a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat rematch. Hopefully Akuma can do some damage. I don't know. It just seems kind of one-sided when it comes to those two series fighting each other. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'm Spectral Star. Omae wa mo Kodoku.